Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro-excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV over your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
So just waiting for the officials to give the all clear. And we'll be underway in the mini stocks. So talking about mini stocks anyway, we've got the mini stock 100 here. The next meeting here on the 19th of December, so there's going to be a lot more than just the vehicles that are here tonight. So, of course, the start car's off into the middle pretty early there, so obviously the lights are going to go out. Wait for them to go green as they come around turn 4. The Gisborne car to watch will be the 81G machine of Tara Whiteman, but you've still got the 65R of Imogen Alding. She's a regular here. So the green flag runs out there as they go into turn 1. It's the 81G, Tara Whiteman. Outside hers, Liam Danielson there in the 11 machine. Off he shoots off. Starts to pull a couple of links on them already as they go around turn 3 and 4. These guys will probably sit to the midline there. That seems to be where the pace is. The 7G machine, old Tristan Flamwell there, he's a newcomer. It's his first season out, so he'll be a little bit slower than the rest, so he'll stick to the pole line, stay out of trouble. But it's the 18B machine also chasing hard for third spot beside 454 Jesse Henderson. So yeah, so if you're keen for a bit of motorsport and you're a young child between 10 and 16, this is the sport for you. So it looks like it's basically a non-contact with these guys. All running like 1200cc Toyota and Nissan motors in them. I think they're getting a bit short on them at the moment. I think the old cars have all been wrecked. All the motors have been chucked in the scrap metal bin. But some of these guys can get up a bit of pace going on. But still at the moment it's got to be the 11B machine of Liam Danielson out in front, followed by Jeremy Brown, Tara Whiteman and Jesse Henderson. So just a little bit quieter in the noise obviously with these 1200cc motors. They don't roar like the stock car. And we have the 377G, Stevie Durston spun around in turn 4. So we've got 10 lapper for these guys. They've still got about 5 laps to go now. But they'll just flatten the track out a little bit as well for the TQs. Of course, old Hobo there in the 277 machine, Hayley Durston. New skin on the outside of that after a rollover pre-season. A lot of these young ones like to put a bit of effort into the colour of their machines. Some of them are bland, but some of them really stand out. So it's still Liam Danielson out in front in the 11 machine. Probably getting in a bit of practice for the mini stock 100. So imagine that you've got about 12 cars out there now, and then you'll end up with 20 cars in a group of these guys, all vying to get around the corner at once. You normally end up with about 4 cars wide into turn 1 and 2. But there we go, the checkered flag out there for the 11B machine of Liam Danielson. He's got to be pretty happy with that. Number 2, second place, Jeremy Brown on the 18B machine, and then Tara Whiteman in the 81. So they come around and they pick up the checkered flag from the pit corner. These days, the health and safety is quite a thing with Speedway now. You won't see any flag marshals in the middle, apart from the clerk of the course. They all operate on lights, and a lot of the drivers now have one-way headsets.
Hi, welcome to X Factor Cars, Southland's multi-award-winning pre-owned dealership.
We've been based in Invercargill since 2004, but with a nationwide delivery service available, we'll deliver the car to your door. Stockists of classic collectibles, V8s, family vehicles, trade vehicles, and everything in between. With an in-house finance and insurance specialist, we're with you every step of the way. We're extremely proud to be the naming rights partner of X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. Thinking American or Aussie muscle, family vehicle or custom? Think X Factor Cars.
Situated just 1.5 hours drive from Christchurch is Hanmer Springs, a small alpine village that has everything for the adventurer or for someone looking to relax. Stay a while and enjoy a bike ride through the numerous bush tracks, or relax in the famous hot pools. Take the whole family and let the kids take on the many attractions on offer. And to top off your stay, book now with Hanmer Holiday Homes, where there's a budget and accommodation to suit everyone. Call now.
The Novus class start cars now left the track. They'll be coming around trying to line up on the chalk line out of turn 4. The outside cars setting the pace there. They're just coming around. Light goes green, and of course Dwayne just puts the hammer down into turn 1, chucks it in there. Tucked up behind him is the Humble machine off 46 there. He's in 3rd spot at the moment there. Got a tight squeeze back here with the 74 and the 53 machine at the back. But out in front, Dwayne's just put the hammer down into turn 1, just moving faster and faster. 32's just not keeping up with him. Then tucked in 4th spot, we've got the 47 machine of Dave Wilson. The pressure's on. It's a nice group of cars out there tonight. Good to see all these TQs out there. I think they're racing in Miami in the next meeting, I think, these guys. So they're going pretty hot. These guys will be racing with the midgets. But out in front, he's just pulling ahead. Another couple of car lengths. Dwayne, I'm looking for Dylan McGregor. Dylan's having a few issues here. Obviously stuck in the pack. Can't quite get in and out. Trying to tuck under Griffin Law there. Just makes it happen. And then we've got John Taylor in front of him. And the 24 machine of Rob Gomb. But coming out and back into turn 1, we've got Dwayne Todd. 2nd spot, the 46 machine of Aaron Humble. And then 32 of Chris Gillies. And that's how the top 3 at the moment. Can't quite get a time there, but I think, yeah. So Aaron Humble's only 0.79 of a second behind Dwayne Todd at the moment. And then Chris Gillies followed by Dave Wilson. So the 28 machine gets a little bit loose there of Christine Barge. So she ends up at the back. But now 46 is starting to put the pressure on Dwayne there. So Aaron's tucking in underneath him, trying to force him to make a mistake. Oh, puts the rub on there, doesn't right. Dwayne's obviously just having a few issues there in turn 3 and 4. But he's still holding them out there up to lap 7 out of the 10 laps there, brought to you by Autotech tonight. Yes, our lap times there, 15.38, sorry, 15.0 there from Dwayne and the 6B machine. So they're going pretty quick. Last night they were doing 14s as well, so let's hopefully this was the slow lap of the night. tucked in behind him is Aaron. Aaron's not giving up on Dwayne there as they catch up to a back marker there. Christine Barge on the 28 machine. So the checkered flag tucks out there and Dwayne takes out race 1 tonight for the TQ Masters. Oh, unfortunately Christine just spun out just as the flag went down, so very fortunate for her. So yeah, so well done to Dwayne, he's keeping it up. So that's another win, 2 wins last night, 1 win already tonight. And then we'll be moving on to the saloons after this. Yes, so.
What you think you do with your four-wheel drive. What you actually do with your four-wheel drive.
No matter what you do with your four-wheel drive, we've got the right tyre for you. So come on down to Mag & Turbo.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
So yeah, it's a little bit different tonight. Had to chuck in an extra couple of classes there to give the stock car boys a bit of room to do a few running repairs during the meeting tonight. Obviously they all want to be out there to win the Novus Glass New Zealand Stock Car Grand Prix. So green flag drops. It's Ethan Cook in the 76 machine, hits turn 1 pretty quickly. Shane Lakey just got left there, didn't know what to do. Then we've got Wayne Melling out on the outside. Is he going to stay there? Just a little bit loose on the outside there, so he's dropped a couple of spots. Shane's having a bit of trouble getting the old traction going. So the 29 machine there of Steve Martin, putting him under the pump as they go down the back straight into turn 3 now. But just looking out, there's 76, he's gone. Oh, they've got the 29 machine there, he's given the wall a bit of a rub. Hopefully he's still got the tyres, still got plenty of air left in them. As they come around there, then we've got the 42 machine there, Evan Mooney. Sean Robertson slowly moving up in the second spot on the 16G machine, his first season in the saloon. He was in the production, so he's moved up there now. So once you get out wide, it looks like the 7th machine there of Shane Lakey just lost a bit of pressure on the back tyre, so he's lost his length inside, so he'll be pulling in field shortly, I should imagine. Otherwise he's just going to shred that tyre off. But at the moment, probably about half a lap in front there goes to Ethan Cook in the 76 machine. He does a lot of his own engineering, so a lot of the stuff on their car is all from him. So he's quite good at what he does. He also helps out in his brother's car, which is the 77 machine. So he's been trying a few different setups on that 76 machine, making different brackets. But second spot, it's the 16 machine of Sean Robertson, and the 29 there, Steve Martin. Hunting him down, Steve gets a little bit wide, let's see him moving through on the inside, and then Daniel Cook comes in as well, so dropped about 3 spots just like that, just getting a bit loose on the turn 2 for Shane Lakey, for Steve Martin. So Shane's actually in the middle at the moment. Wayne seems to be having a few issues as well, but just moving down into lap 8 there of the 10 lapper. So it's Ethan Cook, Evan Mooney and Daniel Cook, who's now moved into 3rd spot. So he'll be looking to get past Sean Robertson. The white flag's out for these guys. So they'll be going around as they go down the end of the straight to turn 1. We've got the winner and going for the checkered flag coming out of turn 4, which is Ethan Cook. So he's got to be pretty happy with the setup tonight on his car. No No one touching it. So there we go. The saloon car, 10 lapper. Coming up shortly after this will be the Super Saloons, the DVS Super Saloons. Brought to you tonight by Heavy Equipment Services, also Barclay Engravers, Bay Rigging, CRC, CPRW, Architecture and Design, and Repco.
Big business or small business, we've got mobile solutions to give any size business an edge. Our regionally based account managers can scope your business and deliver to your evolving needs. Take control of your team's business mobiles with individual plans or shared data pools, along with solutions that offer increased control over device and data security and the flexibility to easily manage your team's mobiles and apps. Whatever your business, whatever your size, talk to your Spark customer lead or business hub today.
Want mag wheels now? We've got 14-inch mag and tyre combos from only $8 a week, 15s from $10 a week, and 17s from only $12 a week. 15 stores nationwide, limited time, only at Mag and Turbo.
With these guys. But anyway, as they come around the corner there, it's got to be 62 out in front. Kelvin Garnett, he'll be wanting to put the hammer down and hold it into turn 1. But he wasn't fast enough, and it's got to be Wade Jennings out of turn 1 there into turn 2. Put the hammer down in front there. A little bit loose for the 26 machine there of Wayne Garnett. He had a few rubs last night. He's just not got it hooked up. He thought after last night that I had the setup right for tonight, but obviously track conditions change overnight. But it's Wayne Jennings out in front, 62A. Kelvin Garnett. 96A caused lightning. Lance Jennings moved up the third spot. McIntyre in the 99 machine, he's putting him under the pressure as well. Darren Belling, he's just getting forced further and further back in the pack. The 72 machine. Steve Williams just trying to stay with them at the moment there. So the guys are just getting a little bit loose out of turn 4 at the moment. They seem to be just about getting a bit of body rub going on there. Just speak to Wes and just see if he's got another copy of the grid draws. Oh, actually, I have got it up here, sorry. Just put it somewhere right there. But anyway, so carrying on. Still the 48 machine out of Group A there. With Wade Jennings out in front. 96, Lightning Lance comes around the outside now. He's off, he's got the pace on. He's just going to move ahead. There they go. So 48 machines obviously losing a bit of pace now. So it's Lance. Lightning Lance. Wayne Jennings. Kelvin Garnett. Move back. Steve Williams still trying to move ahead. It's not happening at the moment. So the two fast cars, we've got 96 and 99A there. Shane McIntyre in the green machine there, putting him under pressure as they come out. Lap 8 now. So a couple of laps to go. Starting to dry the track out a little bit now. Look, you still see a little bit of moisture there. Plenty of dry, but I think these guys have just got their setup all wrong tonight. Just loose as the goose out of turn 3 and 4. Track racing. But of course Lance Jennings, Lightning Lance, he's got to be happy with that at the moment. Coming around now for the checkered flag. So that's your A versus C, 10 laps, DVS Super Saloons. Race winner, Lance Jennings in the 96A machine, followed by Shane McIntyre in the 99A and Kelvin Garnett in the 62A machine there. So we just got a bit of a spelling error there for 62A machine there. So hopefully we'll be able to correct that for you later on.
Big business or small business, we've got mobile solutions to give any size business an edge. Our regionally based account managers can scope your business and deliver to your evolving needs. Take control of your team's business mobiles with individual plans or shared data pools, along with solutions that offer increased control over device and data security and the flexibility to easily manage your team's mobiles and apps. Whatever your business, whatever your size, talk to your Spark customer lead or business hub today.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
So as we come around, the lights are out. We're just waiting for them to go get the flag, green flag, as they come around out of turn 4. So it's Hayley Durston there. Gets a nice little bit of run into turn 1. The 65 machine puts the old rub on there. Imogen Alding, obviously she's a regular at this track too. From all the way from Rotorua. So I think they're pretty synonymous over there, the Alding family and the Rotorua Speedway. But as we come around, the 11 machine there of Liam Danielson slowly picking it up. Moved up into third spot now. But it's Cassie Robertson in second spot on the 97 machine, chasing hard there onto the 65 Imogen Alding. So she's got a bit of a run on now, so hopefully she can stay there, hold the line. But the 11 machine of Liam Danielson's starting to move up forward. Tara's trying hard as well in the 81. So out of turn 3 into turn 4 they go now. Just trying to pick them up. They start to get a little bit loose there out of turn 4. But it's Imogen in the 65 machine. She's off and away now. So the pressure's now going on Liam. Tara's put it on. She gets a bit sideways there. Scrubbed a bit of pace off those tyres. So down into turn 3, the old sun's still coming out as they come out of turn 2 now. But they're starting to bunch up a little bit for that third spot. Tara gets it a little bit loose. Just about hit by the 277 machine there of Hayley Durston. Just got to wait for the traffic to clear before she can move again. But as they come around out of turn 4, it's got to be the 65 machine, Imogen Alding. She's got to be happy at the moment. Oh, they've gone yellow, sorry. They've gone yellow. So they'll have to line up behind the Novus Glass start car again. Imogen won't be happy with that. She had a bit of a run going. And Imogen puts the gas down as she comes out of turn 4. Heads off and away there, but the 97 machine there of Cassie Robertson there, still in second spot, trying to hold out Liam Danielson, but no, gets it a little bit wrong, lets him through there. Also lets the 18B machine, Jeremy Brown, through. So there we have it. 65, 11, 18 at the moment. Those are your top 3 cars. And as I said, the man to watch, Liam Danielson, he's moved ahead there, tucked in underneath Imogen. Moved into first spot as they catch up to one of our new comers to first season out there in the 377G machine there, Stevie Durston. So it makes them think about where they should be on the track. But Imogen's still trying to hold out Jeremy Brown there out of turn 3 and 4. But the 454 machine of Jesse Henderson starting to come through as well, so he'll be looking to get up another spot. And we've got Tara trying to catch up as well after spinning out and losing a few paces there. But at the moment we've got Hayley Durston in 6th spot, Cassie Robertson in 7th. In 1st spot, Liam Danielson, Imogen Alding. Well, things have changed. I think Imogen just dropped the spot. Back to 3rd. Let Jesse Henderson through. So hopefully we'll be coming around shortly for a white flag, possibly in the next lap. Oh no, I've still got another 2 laps to go. So as they're going around, they're starting to catch up to the back markers. So Liam, he's put a few car lengths on the rest of the crew now. Bit of rubbing and bumping going there between 18 and 65. While they're doing that, the other cars are just trying to sneak in around the outside. So they move on. So the 18B machine, Jeremy Brown, moves back in. So he'll finish in second spot. So the first spot there will go to Liam Danielson again in the 11 machine. Second to 18B, Jeremy Brown. And then we'll have Imogen Alden in the 65R car.
Shift it, tow it, stow it, dig it, lift it, mow it, trim it, grind it, chip it. We hire it. Mix it, pour it, smooth it, finish it, saw it, clean it, nail it, polish it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it.
At Mag & Turbo, we're not just a mag wheel shop, we're a supermarket for tyres. Street, track or economy, we have a performance tyre to suit your driving and your budget. 17-inch tyres from $119, 18-inch tyres from $139 and 19-inch tyres from $179. When you buy tyres off us, you get one of these. Free tyre rotation, puncture repairs and alignment checks for the life of the tyres. If you need performance tyres, give us a call. 0800 MAGS for you.
And they're off, and Dylan in the 17 gets the run and jump into turn 1, and he's away there, followed by Ryan McGregor in the 74. We've still got Ben MacArthur, 8G, 28B, Christine Bars tucked in there as well, so she will be wanting to do better, but she's getting forced further and further back in the race as they come around now, back into turn 1 again. Dylan pumping away there, Ryan McGregor, 32 machine of Saul Smith. He'll want to get a bit more pace going. We've got Dwayne Todd in there as well, the 6B machine. Trying to work his way through from 5th spot, but still out in front. Dylan McGregor's off and away, fired. And of course, old Ryan McGregor, he's got his machine going as well, so they're not too far apart. So anything can happen with those two cars. But here comes Dwayne now, moved into 4th spot, catches up to Saul Smith. Yeah, going hard out. It's still Dylan McGregor, the 17 machine. So hopefully won't be too far away. We might get some times of these TQs here tonight. I'm sure they're going a little bit quicker than the first round, but we'll just have to wait and see. But at the back there, we've got Rob Gom in the 24 machine. But Dylan McGregor, Ryan McGregor, Dwayne Todd, Saul Smith, and then Ben MacArthur, followed by the 32 machine. Come around, it must be about lap 5 or 6 now. These laps go pretty quick for these guys there. So we've got Chris Gillies, I think that's him in 3rd in the 32B machine, and then Saul Smith in the 32A. Sometimes it's pretty hard to pick up what association they're from as they come around the track with these little stickers these guys put on their cars. But yeah, definitely the 32B machine. Chris Gillies in 3rd spot at the moment in the TQs. As we're coming around, must be getting due for a white flag. They're getting it ready now. So here comes Dylan around turn 1 and 2. So maybe a couple of laps to go there. Dwayne Todd still trying to catch up to Ryan McGregor. The rest of the pack just hunting hard. 15 bars and the 28 machine having a few issues, keeps falling back. There's a white flag there to Dylan McGregor in the 17G machine. Ryan McGregor, 74G, so a couple of G cars out in front this time. Dwayne Todd in 3rd spot. So as they come around out of turn 4, there goes Dylan McGregor, your winner of the TQ Masters, brought to you by Autotech. yeah, so great racing there by the TQs. Plenty of pace on there. We have a car spun out in turn 4 there as well. But also just an announcement while I'm listening, apparently on turn 3 there's some kids on the fence. Can you keep off the safety fence, please? That's an issue that we mentioned earlier on in the meeting, that the yellow fence is there for a reason. You need to be behind it and not on it.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-bone fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
At Mag & Turbo, we're not just a mag wheel shop, we're a supermarket for tyres. Street, track or economy, we have a performance tyre to suit your driving and your budget. 17-inch tyres from $119, 18-inch tyres from $139 and 19-inch tyres from $179. When you buy tyres off us, you get one of these: free tyre rotation, puncture repairs and alignment checks for the life of the tyres. If you need performance tyres, give us a call. 0800 MAGS for you.
Track's still looking a little bit slick on top, so it'll be interesting to see how they come out of turn 4 and head down to the first corner. Evan Mooney puts the throttle in there. Tucks it into turn 1. Daniel's looking to go around the outside, but Mooney drifts out. Forces Daniel to back off as they head down back straight into turn 3. Ethan also in the 76 machine looking to go on around the outside, but it's Daniel Cook this time in the 77 machine. Hooks it up nicely and it gets into turn 1, looking for that drive around the midsection of the track. Just not able to put the power down as Mooney, as Ethan Cook's underneath, around the outside and coming in underneath. We've got Steve Martin, obviously lost the plot a little bit there out of turn 3. Just a little bit greasy, puts the throttle back into it, gets back on the track ahead of Sean Robinson. So Shane Laking and Sean Robinson battling it out for the 5th and 6th spot, but at the moment it's got to be Daniel Cook in the 77G machine there. Also got bits in it built by his brother as well in the 76 car, so there they go. Mr. Cook off and away, starting to move ahead. He's just about a whole length in front there now, but now that his brother Ethan has got past Mr. Mooney there in the 42 machine, we'll see if he's going to catch him. But the battle's on for 3rd between Mooney and Martin. So Martin gives Mooney a bit of a rub. They hook up a little bit, manage to control themselves. Lose a bit of paint, but still carrying on there. So off they go, they're slowly spreading out. Daniel's starting to work a bit more forward now. He's catching up to the back markers as he comes into turn 1. So they've got plenty of pace to work their cars now. They're just chucking it into the corners. Look at that nice smooth move there by Ethan Cook coming out of turn 2 onto the back straight and hooking it into turn 3. Can he keep it there? He used to be the 3-wheel king around the Eastern Group Raceway here, but he's managing to keep all 4 tyres on the ground now, which is probably got to be good for his steering. But looks like Daniel's caught up with Sean Robinson at the back there. He's trying to fit through between the 2 cars. It's not happening. Tucks in underneath Mr. Lakin in the 7 car. Bit of rub going on. Oh, that was close to being a bit of damage going down there to Daniel, but managed to hold it. They've got a puncher out of it. Not too sure about that, but he seems to be. Look, he's dropped right off there. His brother Ethan Cook goes past, takes the white flag there. Starting to catch up with Sean Robinson. Yeah, definitely the old rub there. Got the old tyre. So. It's a bit of racing there, so that tyre looks like it's been shredded there, so they'll be back in the pits putting a new wheel on the back of that machine. So there we go, checkered flag to Ethan Cook. Second place. Steve Martin in the 29 machine. But yeah, just a bit of a tango there. Daniel with the back markers there, so he won't want to be doing that again. So as we move on now, we're moving to the DVS Super Saloons B versus C. Alrighty, so now we're out there with the DVS Super Saloon Challenge there. Round 2, B versus C, coming up to you, brought to you also by Heavy Equipment Services. So obviously on pole, the 77 machine of Roscoe Creswell, who was not here last night. Outside him, we've got the Steve Williams machine, Caddyshack, so he'll be looking to turn it up a little bit more. He's had a few issues over the last night and tonight. That first race he was out. He obviously wasn't too happy. We've got Darren Melling outside in the 72 machine. 36, we've got Mike Peglar there. 62, Kelvin Garnett. 95, of course, the old Lightning car, 95B. And 35A of Marcus Bullen. So 95B, Graham Strong. He had a pretty good run last night, so he'll be looking to take more from last night and go a bit more forward. So obviously as you're looking at the track, there's still a bit of damp on there. Probably roll around another couple of times. Sun has definitely disappeared now, so now the track I think will get a bit more pace on, so the times are going to change. And hopefully we've got a couple of drive lines out there for these supers tonight. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how the 77 car Roscoe Creswell. Like I said, he didn't race last night. But managed to turn up tonight. So let's see if he's turned up to win. So the lights are out, heading towards the chalk. Steve Williams put the throttle down. Can it stay there? 77 didn't hook up. They come around there. Steve hooks it up. Around 1 and 2. Lights put the throttle down. Obviously still a little bit greasy for these guys. You can see it in the track as they go into turn 3. They're just slowing off. They're not hooking it up. They're just cruising around the corners there. No pace. But then we've got the Graham Strong in the 95 car. He just went right around the outside. Had a nice drive, so he knows there's something out there. He's starting to pick it up. He'll be looking to go past them shortly, so he's past Darren Melling there in the 72 machine. Working the outside line. Steve Williams still can't hook it up. Graham puts him under the pump. Gets ahead of him out of turn 1, just gets a little bit wide, and that's just holding there. 35A machine there. Marcus Bullen starting to move forward as well. Peglar, the 36 machine cruising along at the back of the pack. But yeah, 25. He's just going hard out as Graham. Found his little line out there where he can just keep the pace on. Keep the car hooked up. Midfield of the track there, around the turns. Steve Williams still battling it out there, trying to hold the other two cars off. Melling and Bullen there. Steve gets a little bit high. But no, moving away now. In round 2, B versus C of the DVS Super Saloon Series. Night 2. Graham Strong, too strong for the rest of the field. As they come around, Steve's just starting to hook it up now. Taking a long time, nearly the end of the race before he even starts to get the car humming. But Marcus Bullen in third spot, still Mr. Strong in the 95 machine. Pressure's starting to come on. Track's starting to come on. Oh, Steve just nudged, just spun right around there by the 35 machine of Marcus Bullen. He will not be happy with that. So that moved Darren Melling in the second spot. 77 machine of Roscoe Creswell now in the third. Lots of panel damage on the 35 machine. We've got Kelvin Garnett there, still trying to get his car hooked up. It's not really happening tonight for him. As they're coming around now, lap 10, a couple of laps to actually, that's it. There we go, the winner. Strong, the 95B machine. Second place, 72B, Darren Melling. Third place, 77K. Roscoe Creswell in the nice purple machine there. 35A in fourth, Marcus Bullen. 62A, Kelvin Garnett. 21A, Steve Williams. Won't be happy parked in the infield after that big rub with the 35 machine. But a work to do now on his car. So now we're moving on. Hopefully we're moving back to the original program there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But we've got a replay going on here as they go into turn one. The rub on. Hopefully we've got showing the rub on Steve Williams there. No. There we go. Steve just got a little bit loose out of turn two. Nowhere to go for 35. To stoke him up the rear end. Give himself a bit of panel damage. Hopefully none of the cooling system was damaged in that. But Graham Strong, he just went around the outside. He found his little bit of a line out there and he just left the rest of them. So hopefully that's what they'll all be looking for. So a round of applause to the 95 machine there, Graham Strong. So moving on.
Big business or small business, we've got mobile solutions to give any size business an edge. Our regionally based account managers can scope your business and deliver to your evolving needs. Take control of your team's business mobiles with individual plans or shared data pools, along with solutions that offer increased control over device and data security and the flexibility to easily manage your team's mobiles and apps. Whatever your business, whatever your size, talk to your Spark customer lead or business hub today.
Supers are ready to rock. Throttle goes on there. Marcus Pullen puts the throttle in. He just opened it right up there, straight into turn one, the 35 man there. Back at turn 99, and then we've got 95. Graham Strong in third spot at the moment. Looking for my man Lightning Lance in the 96 machine. Obviously hiding there in fourth spot at the moment. Oh, he's back a little bit further. So there they go, heading into turn 4 now. The slides on, the cars are just working hard now into the corners, looking a lot better than that second race that they had. Throttle's going on. Tyres are gripping up. Just hanging it out of the corners there. Oh, McIntyre gets it a little bit wrong. Rubs the wall there. Lucky his tyre's still up. He headed out of turn 4. Needs to throw them a little bit out to get a little bit loosened in the marble there. But it's Marcus Bullen in the 35 machine. Getting the pressure put on him there by McIntyre. Down the back straight into turn 3 they go. Like the 36 machine there's had to pull in field, but the battle's still on there, running up to their 5 as they go down there about 10 laps. Pressure's on, but Graham Strong just is not moving forward. He was using the outside earlier on in the evening, but he just can't seem to use it tonight in this round 3. He's looking to make his move. He's putting them under the pressure now. Marcus just losing a bit of pace. He's getting scrubbed off a little bit. The others are putting him under the pump. Just holding that pole line there, making it hard for the cars to get around them. So as they move around there, we've still got about 3 laps to go. Oh, nice little hook up there from the 99 to McIntyre. Oh, just gets a bit of rub. Oh, just hanging in there. Great driving by those guys to keep those cars under control with that horsepower under the bonnet. So the white flag out for 35, Marcus Bullen. As they come around, it's still a 35 machine out in front. And as they go through 99, Shane McNair still in second spot. And then Graham Strong, the 95 machine.
Tight racing once again from these guys.
Yeah, there was no room for error. I thought they were going to slip up down the back straight here. A little bit of rub going on there from McIntyre into the 35 machine of Marcus. But
we'll just go back talking about Sheldon Artapetty. Turns out we were correct. That is 9S. He is contracted out of Stratford this year. So those that were trying to say to us that he was a 9R car, which he was for a long time, not this season. He is officially 9S.
Alrighty, so rolling out onto the track now, we've got the mini stocks. So not quite sure, it's getting a little bit dark, can't quite read the number plates of the cars over there unless the old cameraman, he gets a better view than I do from up here.
We are young.
So I'm just watching some of the Super Saloon replays here on the screen that we got in the comm box. And just see how tight that racing was. 35A car getting tapped from behind, and Graham Strong almost burying himself in the back of the 99A car.
Yeah, like I was saying, that horsepower for them to keep that under control and not hit the wall, smash the other car up, whatever. That's great driving.
Looking forward to their feature race tonight as well. If it's half as good as that one was last night with that last corner pass to win for the 95 car of Graham Strong, well, yeah, can't wait for it. Here come the mini stocks rolling around for a start.
Right, lights are out. Ready to go, mini stocks race 3. So as they come around, the lights go green. We'll pick the cars up as they come around into turn 1. But it looks like the 18 machine there of Jeremy Brown got the jump on them all there, coming out. And then 97G, Cassie Robertson in second spot. Not able to keep it as Liam Danielson went around the outside and they moved into second spot around turn 3 and 4. He's putting the pressure on now on the 18 machine already. But there's a bit of rubbing going on down there in turn 4. Spins around the 97 machine of Cassie Robertson there. Don't know whether that car's stalled out or what, but we'll just see what happens there with the officials. But carrying on at the moment, I'd say it's Liam Danielson out in front. Yeah, definitely gone orange there. So obviously, unfortunately there for the 97 machine of Cassie Robinson. Bit of rubbing going on there and ends up spinning out and just not quite getting the engine to go. Yep, so just letting them line up. So anyway, so number 11 had to move back because they go back to the race order from the last lap previous to the incident there. So that was the 18 machine of Jeremy Brown. So he'll start off in front, followed by the 11 machine of Liam Danielson. And then we got 454, Jesse Henderson, and 81, Tara Whiteman. So those are the top 4 at the moment in the mini stocks. So the lights are out. Green lights are on and they're off again. The 18 machine puts the hammer down. But is the 11 of Liam going to give him a hard time as they go into turn 1? He's looking to come around the outside. It's not happening. So the 454 machine, Jesse Henderson, tucks in underneath there as they move into turn 3. Doesn't quite work, so still Liam trying to get around the outside. And now they're catching up to a back marker there. Looks like Stevie Durston in the 377 machine there. So that'll cause front runners just to take a little bit of evasive action as they go out around turn 3. So Liam gets up high looking for traction. It's not happening. Cassie spins around again in front of us in turn 2. Manages to get out of the road, but trying to come around the outside. Then he looks high and low. It's not happening for him. So down the front straight, still Jesse Henderson. He's got to be happy with it at the moment. Going pretty hard out. And the battle's on for third spot there between Tara Whiteman and Jesse Henderson. You can hear them just keeping the pace on as they go around turn 1 and 2. Sounds like one of them's got a bit of rubbing going on as they come around now past the announcer's box. Cassie's still having a few issues in the 97 machine. There goes Corey Kibble in the 24, tucking in underneath. But 65R Imogen must be having a few dramas as well. So here we go. Liam tries to get in underneath into turn 1. Does he make it stick? Yeah, a bit of rub going on there. Just manages to hang on. Gets into the loose stuff. Does Jeremy Brown. Just manages to hold out the Jesse Henderson machine there. 454 trying to still get underneath on the pole line. Tucks in. Can he keep the throttle on? Looks like he's moved up into second spot now. So slowly working his way backwards is our man Jeremy Brown in the 18 machine. Bit of rubbing and going on there. Bit of loose stuff. Tara Whiteman now into third spot. But it's Liam Danielson. Be 3 from 3 when this one finishes. Looks like he's coming around shortly. Take the white flag. So he's around the outside of Cassie Robertson there. Turn 2. Second place 454, Jesse Henderson. So there they go, last lap now as they come around, just catching up to a couple of more back markers. But Liam's got to be pretty happy tonight. 3 from 3 for him. 454, Jesse Henderson in second spot. 81G, Tara Whiteman in third. And that's the way the mini stocks finished. Race 3. So, coming up shortly for your entertainment will be race 20, will be the TQs.
As soon as you hit that line, the green light is on, you can go. Look how rapidly these TQs will get on the gas down into turn 1. Here we go. Good start on the inside though for the 53G car, but Whitman's going to keep the gas on and go around the outside to take the lead in the 14 car. Laura in second place in the 53 as they hurtle down the back straight. 2 wide as they go up high, 3 wide in fact off turn number 4. Ducking and diving. Best way to describe it. Look who's come through for third already, the Kuru Contractor 17 car of Dylan McGregor. Wayne Todd has already moved through some positions as well in the 6B car. Now we've got a challenge on for second place. Whiffin's got a bit of a lead as he uses the pole line down there in turn number 1. He went really tight. We saw a challenge again for that second position. Griffin Law coming under attack. It's a little bit out of shape off turn number 4, and McGregor is the one who's moved through in the 17 car. Law's gone back to third, then it's the 25 car further back from Auckland. Krasinski running strong in this heat race. Top 3 starting to stretch away. McGregor now in the 17 car in pursuit of Chris Whiffen. The 14 car from Hawke's Bay trying to hold out a former national champion. See the way that the 17 of McGregor went high up on the banking in turn 3 and then dived back down the inside. The problem was, Whiffen was already there. We'll see if he does it again. The 17K, yep, you can. Boy, just slightly, he looked like he was going to do it. He didn't quite go as high on the banking that time. The rubbers keep starting to get laid down on the pole line. Rubber on rubber creates grip, especially in open wheelers. Whiffen's driving a great race. Law's still there third in the 53 car, and then the battle is on for the minor spots in behind the top three. Again, McGregor had his run stopped by the 14 of Whiffen. McGregor's got to do it again. He's lost some track time, dropped about 3 car lengths back. Oh, we got a spinner of 47. Wilson has gone round the Razos Engineering 47B car in the field. Very lucky to avoid him. Well, the green is still on. Well, we should have a caution on here. Wilson, well, that kind of came on a little bit too late, that caution light. That was lucky for Whiffen as he comes steaming back into turn number 1. Fortunately, Wilson low enough on the racetrack that drivers were able to go around him. A couple did take avoiding action to the inside though. It looks like he stalled the 47 car. No, he's found a gear and he's away again. He'll rejoin at the rear of the field. This will tighten up the pack. Gives the 17G car of Dylan McGregor another chance. Still Griffin Law there in that third position in the 53. See what Wilson does from the rear in the 47. It's an impressive looking lineup, single file as they come down to face the restart. Have to throw the green. Let's go racing again. Whiffen continues to try and hold out McGregor in second. Can the 14B car bring it home? 3 wide into turn number 3, but this track is wide enough for it. Just depends how high up the grip is. You can see again as they come off 4. Dwayne Todd in the 6B car is going to make 2 places down that main straight. Moves up now into 6. Oh, contact there with the 32. I think that was Sauk Smith. Just gets a little bit of a tap. Still Whiffen in the 14, McGregor 17, Griffin Law in the 53 car. 32 car has gone high up in the banking. It's going to drop a spot or 2 because the grip's not quite there. Still staying out high on turn number 3. It's a little bit grippier up there. A bit more moisture down at that turn. Checkered flag is out. A brilliant win for Whiffen in the 14B car. Well, he'll be absolutely stoked with that. Whiffen taking the win. McGregor in the 17G for second. Law in the 53G car finished up in third. Ryan McGregor was fourth in the 74G. Chris Gillies was fifth in the 32B with Dwayne Todd rounding out the top 6. He made up a lot of spots there and 2 on that last couple of laps for the 6B car from Hawke's Bay. As we now have got some points for you. So if you want to get your program out, back to your championship final points page.
So now moving back, we've got the saloons on now. Getting the green light, and it looks like the 77 machine there of Daniel Cook out in front. Oh, and 29 gets it all wrong in turn 3, rubs the wall. Managed to keep going. Then we've got Ethan Cook in the 76, he's in second spot. But it's Sean Robinson in the 16G machine. Holding out 29, they've got it all wrong. Giving them the rub as they go around turn 2. We've got Evan moving in 42, so we've lost a few cars there. So we'll just get some lap times out of these guys. Apparently these guys were going pretty quick earlier on, so let's see what they're doing now. So it's Ethan Cook fastest at the moment with 15.7 going on there. As they go around. Danielson will have it humming. Oops. Oh, I spoke too soon. Looks like Ethan's had the pull in field. Obviously some mechanical issue going on there. So as they come around, change. Sean Robertson in second spot, then the 29 machine. Steve Martin. So obviously a few cars not out there. Shane Lakey and Wayne Milling obviously couldn't make it out. A few dramas I suppose, but anyway. We always find out later on what was wrong with them. Going hard out, still Daniel Cook in the 77 machine. Just slowly moving forward, and then we've got Sean Robinson. He's slowly getting the hang of that 16 machine. Starting to hook it up now. Hold out, young man Steve Martin in the 29. Well, Steve just going to put him under the pump, wait for him to make a mistake and come around the inside on him. But yeah, what a great race is going on now. So we're 5 laps into the 10 lap race now. I'm sorry, this is a saloon feature race. It's 12 laps. It's brought to you by Eastland Oil Engineering there in Parkinson Street. But anyway, beside that, Sean spins out, just about gets nailed by Steve. Great driving there by Steve to whip past him. But out in front is still the 77 machine. These cars are just hooking it up nicely. They seem to be hooking it up more than the DVS Supers. Might be putting them under the pump. They'll have to show us. They're showing them how it's done. Anyway, still looking out in front. 3 laps to go. They just pace themselves out. We could put one on each corner at the moment. They're that far apart. So anyway, coming up for the white flag now will be Daniel Cook on the 77 machine. Steve Martin, 29, second place. John Robinson, 16. And then number 42, Evan Mooney. So as they come around, there we go, the checkered flag for number 77, Daniel Cook. So he'll take out the feature race tonight, brought to you by Eastland Oil Engineering. Yep, so my man Wes hasn't come up with the sheets for me tonight, but apparently next up is the DVS Super Saloons Dash for Cash 6 lapper. So they normally start in reverse order of the top 6. And how they finish in that race is how they will start in the 15 lap final. But anyway, a round of applause to Daniel Cook as he goes around with a checkered flag. It was a pretty good run tonight from him. Obviously his brother just under the tow tractor there, so obviously mechanical issues there. But look at them going around turn 4 on the replay now. Sean Robinson tucks in under number 29. But you can see Ethan and Daniel battling it out there, 77, 76, pretty close. Down the front straight, hooking into turn 1. But there we go, your feature race winner with the checkered flag, 77G, Daniel Cook. So obviously the water truck laying down a bit of water before our DVS Super Saloons Dash for Cash come out. Darren Melling, he hooked it up last time as they come out of the turn. Is he going to do it again? Shoves the throttle down. Oh, the 96 machine there. Lance Jennings gives him a rub. Round the outside. Remember, it's only 6 laps, so it's going to happen pretty quick. But, oh, drama there for Melling. Oh, brakes going on. Oh, no, Graham's not going to be happy with that. Up the backside of the 62 machine. Or was it the 35? Not quite sure. I have to have a look at the replay later on. But anyway, going hard. Darren Melling, he's having a few issues hooking up. Can't get his car to hook around. Those saloon boys are showing these guys up and hooking it up around the corners. These guys are just not loving it at all. So there we go, Lance Jennings trying to move up in the first spot. Chased hard by the 35 machine, Marcus Bullen. But Graham Strong trying to move around the outside. Trying to get his car running. Looking for that line. Catch these guys up, he hasn't got long to go. Got about 3 laps left to do it in. Coming out of turn 4, still Melling. Melling's starting to get quicker now, but he had a few issues in the first 2 laps there. Couldn't get that car throttling out of turn 4. And there they go, mid-track on the turns there as they come out. There we go, the checkered flag goes down and it's going to be Darren Melling. They'll be 1 and 2 on pole. So there'll be a few repairs there going on Graham's car. And we're just going to go back and have a look at the replay there where I think Darren Melling caused all that, slowed it up, the other cars backed off, and then Graham just didn't see it happening and ended up the back of number 35. He's lucky he got away pretty lightly with that and managed to carry on racing. No flat tyres out of that. No steering or water damage there. Normally you see a bit of coolant start leaking out of the cars when they get a bit of front rub going on. But no. So there we go. Give him a round of applause. Darren Melling in the 72 machine. Goes around, takes out the top 6 shootout. Dash for cash. Brought to you by Bay Rigging tonight. Oh, beautiful. He's been struggling a little bit, Chris. He'll be happy with that.
Yep, well, it's given him a row 3 start here on grid number 6.
So here we go, lights are out. Open wheel action there. Lights go green. Dwayne puts the hammer down. Dylan's not wanting to let him through. There's a bit of rubbing going on there. Out they go. Dylan makes the best of it there. But it's got to be Aaron Humble tucked in the 3rd spot at the moment. Oh, Dwayne got that all wrong. But Dylan just throttling it down now. Dwayne Todd struggling hard. 32 machine there of Chris Gillies.
Look at Dylan McGregor out in front, the 17G car. He's just nailed the setup. He's got so much mid-corner speed. Dwayne Todd's consolidated into 2nd place now in the 6B car.
You know, Dwayne was talking earlier about how they get scuffed off around midway around the corners there, but as you say, Dylan's not scuffing off any speed there.
Look, unless we go caution, he's not going to catch Dylan McGregor out in front. Toddy's going to possibly have to be content with 2nd place here. Good drive in 3rd place though for Chris Gillies in the 32B car. Holding out the 46.
Yeah, that's Aaron Humble there from Auckland. He was been racing pretty well. I think he's had a couple of minor placings.
Fastest lap, Dylan McGregor, 14.42.
Oh, that's got to be quicker than last night, surely.
That's fast at this time of the night.
Man, that's Humble.
He's going to be in lap traffic in another couple of laps. Almost 6 laps completed in this race.
You know, the others are struggling.
You can almost imagine what's going through Dwayne Todd's helmet, what he's thinking at the moment, whereas he sees Dylan just sail off into the distance. And Dwayne's really got to work hard to keep Humble out now. Humble moving up into that 3rd spot in the 46A. He's putting plenty of pressure on Dwayne Todd in the 6B car.
He's certainly rubbing him, making sure he knows he's there behind him. But obviously Chris Gillies had a few issues there. He's dropped a fair way back off the pace. But as they're coming around now, it's still Dylan. He's in amongst it. He doesn't want to get caught in there and have an incident. Well, that'll be his race done.
Exactly, but he is getting caught up. He got pinched right down on the pole line there. He's very lucky not to get turned around. You can see again, he's working the inside, trying to get by.
Yeah, a bit of rub going on there. He's got to watch it.
Wow.
Man, that was driving in through there because I was waiting for a bit of action going on there.
That was a bit of coming through, just get out of my way. He wouldn't have any idea how far back the 6B car is though, of course, because you can't see behind you in a TQ. Checkered flag, storming win for 17G Dylan McGregor. That's how you do it.
Geez, didn't that happen quick? That race just started and finished.
Well, when you're posting low 14s, well, yeah, it's going to go pretty quickly. 17G Dylan McGregor takes the win and leading the series points here tonight as well with 74, just 4 points ahead of the 6B of Dwayne Todd, who was 2nd in that feature. 46A Humble for 3rd, 32B Gillies was 4th, 74G McGregor finished up in 5th spot, and the 32A car of Saul Smith would take out the top 6. But as I was saying before, you can't see behind you in a TQ. There's no mirrors. You don't know what's going on behind you. And trying to go through those lappers with it as busy as it was there for Dylan McGregor, he knew he just couldn't hesitate. He had to go. Right, the NZ Stockcar GP brought to you by Novus Glass. The drivers have come to the grid, and we have a grid. Grid number 3, race number 3, grid number 1 for the 99S of William Hughes. Grid number 2 for the 15P of Luke Myers. Grid 3 for the 544R of Dion Henderson. Grid 4 is the 186R of Richard Kaiser. Grid 5 for the 41B Cameron Swift. Grid 6 for the 91B of Zane Pullen. Grid 7, he's probably out of this race, the 2NZ of Tyler Walker. Grid number 8 for the 3NZ of Mitch Vickery. Grid 9 for the 93B Josh Trott. Grid 10 is the 8B of Thomas Rumble Farram. Grid number 11 for the 188R of Tony Gallagher. Grid 12, the 9W Bryce Jensen. Grid 13, 361H Clinton Cheatham. Grid 14, the 19B of Caleb Ireland. Grid 15, the 14B. Gemma's possibly out of this race as well. That was where Gemma Palmer would be on 15. Grid 16, the 16B of Brett Loveridge. Grid 17, the 95A, one of the joint meeting leaders, Gary Lonergan. Grid 18, 5B of Regan Penn. Grid 19 is the 26V of Kaylin Mooney. Grid 20 for the 96B of Brandon Symes. Grid 21, another joint meeting leader for the 208A of Blake Brooks, who I saw in the pit doing a gearbox change. He was flat out working in the cockpit of that 208 race car. Let's hope he's got it sorted. Grid 22 for the 19R car of Sam Pearson. Grid 23 for the 272R Seth McConchy. Grid 24, the 278P of Kyle Taylor. Grid 25 for the 8A of Logan Pete. Grid 26 is the 85R. Sorry, the 85R, that would be 85B, William Stevenson. Grid number 27 for the 16H of James Marshall. There is no one on my list here for grid 28. Grid 29, the 79P of Kyle Rowe. And grid number 30, the third of our joint meeting leaders, the 9S of Sheldon Adapeti. Final heat race brought to you by Novus Glass, and it was Hughes out first in the 99 car.
Yeah, I understand too that the 2NZ, he may be out as well. His pit crew have been working hard and fast. He wants to get out there and help some other people that have been helping him out over the years. So be interesting to see if he turns up out there, Tyler Walker.
3 joint meeting leaders on 53 points. 9 is Sheldon Adapeti, 95A Gary Lonergan, 208A Blake Brooks, and they are all from grid 17 back. The top 6 rounded out by 16B Brett Loveridge, 93B Josh Trott, and also the 26V of Kaylin Mooney, just 5 points back from the leaders on 48. The way championships work out, it could be someone outside that top 6 that steals away this title tonight.
Yeah, no, anything can happen in this last race of the night. Be a few people going, oh yeah, I haven't got many points, I'll help a teammate out and try and get him through, or help a mate. He doesn't have to be a teammate, could be from some other area, you know, could be from Wellington, could be from Auckland or whatever, and you could be from Stratford and you're helping him out. He's a mate of yours, long buddy you've had in the Speedway fraternity, known him for years. You might want to be helping him out. But I'm sure there's going to be hopefully be a bit of carnage in this last race.
See, I think mini stocks have had a part to play in that, because kids have grown up racing together from different places. You know, they may have gone and stayed with them when they're in Wellington, or the vice versa when they've come to Palmerston North or Hawke's Bay, whatever. These kids have grown up for 5 years racing mini stocks, are still mates when they're racing in the seniors. It's kind of changed the face of stock cars, super stock racing a little bit. Back in the day, you raced in your own region. Men were men, and you looked after your own boys. It's kind of changing now, and we saw that with Randall Tarrant winning that New Zealand Superstock Championship earlier this year, where he got a lot of help from Wellington boys and vice versa and things like that. You know, it harps back, right back to those mini stock days.
Yeah, as they say, what goes around comes around too. So now we've just got to wait patiently. Looks like we're missing a car there on the second row back there, Mike.
Yeah, we're bound to. That was that looks like the grid 3 car as well for 544R Dion Henderson. He was on 29 points, so effectively he's out of the championship. Looks like a gap on grid, that'll be grid 13 as well. There's a gap there on grid 13, so that would be the 36, the 361H of Clinton Cheatham. He was on 26 points.
And just looking down there, looks like the outside wall there might be missing a car as well. So there's another car behind Thomas Rumble Fareham there. I think that looks like his car. I think there might be a gap behind him.
So will it be one of our current top 6 that can bring it home and win a Novus Glass New Zealand Stockcar Grand Prix Championship? 15 laps to determine it. We wait for the pace chute to make its way off the racetrack. Tension mounts for the drivers. Gary Lonergan in his interview, he was pretty calm. I said, do you get a little bit nervous going into these third heats? He said, nah, not really. But deep down, he's possibly thinking about it. Here we go as they get ready to throw the green. We go racing. Good start on the outside on grid number 2 for Myers. He's going to fire it around the outside and take the race lead from Hughes, who's going to try and hold on down the inside. Problems here for the 93B car. He's going to drop to the rear as they hammer it up into turn 4.
You know, there's not much happening. It looks like it's just race pace at the moment as they hit turn 1.
Well, you just say that. There's a bit of side rail action going on with Hughes trying to retake the lead. Kaiser in the 186 car is there in 3rd place.
He's been going well, but he's still had a few issues there. But
8-car Rumble Farron's been turned around.
Yeah, he hasn't had much luck tonight.
Sparks are flying on the main straight. Keep an eye on that 9S car as well of Otapeti, has to come from the rear. Also the 208 car of Brooks. Yes. And where Gary Lonergan is in the 95.
Yeah, so when looking there, the 9S car's still got a lot of work to do. He's about 3/4 of the way back in the pack, so he's got to make some moves soon.
Overage has gone backwards in the 16B. Lonergan's moving up. Lonergan's up to 7th. Lonergan has made 10th places in the 95A car.
He's got to be happy with that, but still the 99 machine out in front at the moment.
Oh, we go red. Look at this, right down in front of us, just in behind the monitors. We've got so many monitors in the comm box here. Look at this.
So we've got 93 machine there. Looks like Josh Trott tucked in against the wall and tucked over. He's got his tyre actually in the roll cage of...
Yeah, right in the cage of the 272 car of McConchy.
So that's going to be a few issues trying to get him out of there. They may have to remove the driver before they remove the car. Looks like McConchy's trying to get out, but he's just waiting.
Wow.
That's a bit of drama. Hopefully we've got a replay of that somewhere. But looking at that car seems to be stuck in there, so it looks like we may have a little bit of a delay while they sort that out, because it looks like it snapped the front wheel off the front end of that 93 machine of Josh Trott. So just waiting for the St. John's to check them all out there. So if you've got your cameras out down in here, you know you want to be taking a couple of pictures. That's a pretty good shot going on there. Haven't seen a tyre inside a roll cage for a while. Actually, I haven't seen one at all, Mike.
Round of applause there from the crowd as he hops out of the race car.
So there he is, 93B Josh Trott walks off the track. St. John's will give him a quick check out. They're just going to check on our man here in the 272 car, Seth McConchy, see whether he wants to carry on. Maybe carry an extra tyre around with him as he finishes the race. But we'll see if we've got a list up, but I think it's the 79, is it in front, or is it the 96 machine that's out in front at the moment? I'm not quite sure. We haven't got a view of the race order at the moment.
Well, Lonergan definitely made up a lot of spots. We called him out in 7th place prior to that incident, and having come from grid 17, he's definitely in with a chance of this championship. All depends where Otapeti is as well in the 9S car. And of course the 208A of Blake Brooks, who was right up there as well. We've got Lonergan just down in front of us here, right in the middle of turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, so just waiting patiently now. We've got Mitch Vickery down here. He'd be lucky he missed all that action. So plenty of clear space in front of the 99 machine at the moment.
And he's back in the game.
Look at that.
Plenty of panel damage though, ripping the fiberglass off.
So McConkey, he's got to be pretty happy. The old roll cage held out, kept him going, stayed in the car.
Give a couple of his sponsors a plug while he's there as well. We got the Mungatapu Motors.
Yeah, looks like he might be giving away the rest of the body tonight. Looking at that, might be left behind.
They look good in man caves, those.
So yeah, so go as D&B Construction sponsors as well, but it's got thanks to his mates on the back there. But old Trot, he won't be happy.
No, he won't, because the 93B car, Josh Trott, went into this race in the top 6. He was on 48 points. He would have been looking for something out of this. Hopefully, you know, he was fighting for a podium.
Of course, I'm not too sure where McConkey was sitting on the points there, Mike, before this race.
No, McConkey was only on 14 points, so he was just out there really to do some damage, and damage he did.
He's looking for money, hey? Is he looking for the $500 stirrer? Or did it just happen to be a little racing incident going on there?
So clerk of the course now just circulating around to make sure all the cars are still running. Everyone's got thumbs up. Trying to get the 188R car of Tony Gallagher off the track, or are they just trying to put him in the correct position
no,
here?
I think he's...
looks like he's got a bit of an issue there.
Looks like he can only turn left at the moment. So... he won't be happy either, but mind you, I think he was down a little bit there.
This will just ramp up the anticipation for those drivers that are in with a chance of this championship, you know, because they want to get these 15 laps done and completed. Last thing you want to be doing is sitting here with your car just idling away, possibly getting hotter and hotter. You'll be keeping an eye on the gauges, making sure these drivers will be scanning those gauges every couple of seconds just to make sure that everything's all good.
Yeah, they want to make sure they want to keep running as well, because if they stop, then maybe the battery that they've got in there may not have any kick left in it after being knocked around a bit.
So I just moved McConkey back a little bit in that 272R car.
So yeah, as I was saying earlier on, the 99 machine, he's got a clear run there on the back straight into turn 3.
Yeah, he's in a good scrap though with the 15 car of Luke Myers from Palmerston North. Myers briefly took the race lead. There were some hard moves down here at turn number 1. Kaiser's there in the 186R, 91B, Zane Pullen. They throw the green once again. Look at great start for Myers. Right round the outside of Hughes. Myers in the 15P car stormed around him.
Yeah, left him in, he was away and gone. Now tucked also in there. We've still got the 91 machine, Zane Pullen.
Yeah, Pullen's holding out the 186 car of Kaiser. And then it's game on behind with Regan Penn and the 5B car.
So it looks like old Rumble Ferrum is getting rumbled all right.
Brooks is in a sandwich going into turn 3. One of the meeting leaders getting taken to the grass.
So obviously they're hooked up because they won't be happy about that riding on the, attacking on the grass there. But they managed to separate.
Myers still out in front, the 15P car. As he heads down the back straight, chased down by Hughes in the 99S. Then it's Pullen in the 91B.
They're trying to look further back to see where our 9S, Sheldon Arapiri, is hiding at the moment.
Loveridge is not having a good drive in the 16B.
So Penn's still holding off 4th spot at the moment. Yeah. They're getting quite good at that, filling up the old fire extinguisher with a bit of chalk and squirting it on the ground. But tucked in behind him, also we've got the 35 machine there of Marcus Bullen. He's been racing hot. And our man Shane McIntyre, he'll be unhappy, you know, broken chalk, didn't make the run off for the top 6 due to that, but he's out there So I'm just looking up on the screen there. Just look at the damage that young Thomas Rumble Farron got. They nailed him. So hopefully, you live screen viewers saw that. Imagine the welding that's got to go back into that car to fix that front end. Probably have to chop it off and restart looking at that. But anyway, looks like the heavy equipment services start cars left the track. And they're ready to rumble in the final of the DVS Super Saloons. So you can feel the rumble as they go around the track. Lights are out. Of course, Lance Jennings taking the pace. So is he going to put the throttle down as they come out of turn 4? Throttle goes on. There they go, heading off the green flag into turn 1. Goes Lightning Lance, trying to stay around the outside. Keeps the power on, but it's Darren Melling still holding him out there. But Lance still sticks to the outside, trying to get there. And then Graham Strong moves back a couple of spots. Loses is obviously a bit marbly out wide in turn 3 and 4. So there we go, Darren Melling, and then we've got Marcus Bullen there in second spot, followed by the 62 machine. So as they come down there now into the front straight, into turn 1, the pressure's on him. Can he stay there again? So 62's moved up this time. Kelvin Garnett, he's been having a few issues, but he obviously got it dialed in for this race. He's putting the pressure on them as they go down the front straight now. So the others are just getting left behind. We've got our man 96, Lightning Lance. He's just going to keep with the McIntyre's struggling as well. Those front 3 are just heading off. But it looks like we've gone to one line at the moment. They're all sticking down low on the pole and in the turns there. 35 gets a little bit wide there. Lets Kelvin in underneath. No, we have a problem. I think we've got a motor drama there with the 62 machine. Lots of sparks, lots of flames coming out of that car. And I think the 48 machine there of Wade Jennings just went in behind him. So hopefully he'll be able to get back out there again, but I can't see 62 going back out there. What drama it is for him. That looks like big bucks. Anyway, 26 is also stalled. Can he get off turn 1 and 2? So they're going to have to go orange. So they'll line them up again, but still out in front we've got the 32 machine. Sorry, 72B machine of Darren Melling. So yeah, so that looked like drama there for the 62 machine. Just the motor just looked like it popped. So I'm just looking up there, we've got a bit of a replay going on. He puts the hammer down and then all of a sudden, wham bam, thank you ma'am, a bit of smoke and a lot of spark. And McIntyre just squeezes past him. So does the 48 machine. But I say that looks like a terminal illness in the 62 car. So they've cleared the track now. It looks like they're just about ready to rock again. I assume the lights will go out as they hit turn 3. I was wrong. We're going to send them around again. And also, just stay out there listening, because after this race, we'll have some updates on some points there from Mike. But anyway, this race is looking pretty exciting at the moment. The 35 machine of Marcus Bullen is putting old Darren Melling under the pump. So single file, they come around turn 3 and 4. Slowly revving it up, and then the throttle goes down. Darren's got a better run than he had in the last race there, where he was having a few issues throttling it out on the corners there. Nothing happening. McIntyre coming around the outside, looking to get back in the 4th spot. It's not happening. I'd say that looks like 21 Steve Williams in 4th at the moment as they head down the front straight into turn 1. But it's Darren Melling, Marcus Bullen. Those are your top 2 at the moment. So they're just drawing the track out now. There's nothing out wide, so they can't even get on the outside. So our Lightning Lance in 3rd spot. Steve Williams putting the pressure on now. His car's starting to come on. He had a few issues last night as well. Took till the last race before he put the pressure on these other drivers. Graham Strong trying to come back in the 95 machine. But it's still Darren Melling out in front into turn 3. As they come around into the front straight for the 15-lap final for these DVS Supers. So the track's just getting blacker and blacker out there. McIntyre's just dropping back, obviously trying to stay out wide. It's pretty marbly out there. And just letting the other cars in underneath him. But here we go into turn 1. It's still Darren, Marcus and Lightning Lance as they head down into turn 3. So still got about 5 or 6 laps to go with these guys there, but it's still Melling, Bullen and Jennings. That's your order at the moment. So it looks like Williams there trying to put them under the pressure. Just can't do anything. No one wants to go out wide in the corners. It's just the pole line that's working at the moment for these guys. The track's just getting blacker and blacker, so the stock car boys are lucky that they weren't out after these guys. Graham Strong in 5th place at the moment. Trying to work it, he's getting closer and closer to them. But the gap's just widening now between 1st and 2nd. Still got 3 laps to go now. So he'll be happy if he wins this one, because last night he was pipped up there at the post on the last lap. Darren. By Graham Strong, but Graham's right back there in 5th spot at the moment. So the battle there's between 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment. They're a pretty tight-knit bunch. So hopefully you've got your dusty eyes out there tonight from this racing. These guys have put on a pretty good show. 1 lap to go. Oh, sorry, that is the lap. Checkered flag drops for Dwayne Melling. He's got to be happy with that. 35A in 2nd spot, Marcus Bullen. Then coming up in 3rd spot, 96A, Lance Jennings. That's how they finished here in the DVS Super Saloons, brought to you by Heavy Equipment Services.
Certainly throwing up the dust around here. Look how much black rubber has been laid on the track after that. All right, race fans, here's the points for you, and those of you that are watching the stream tonight. Get your pages out, got your pens. You've probably got a piece of paper at home. I'm not sure how you do it. You might have the pre-done lists ready to go. At the top, 2NZ, Tyler Walker. And race number 3 scores 14 points for a total of 14.